Hello guys, Navneet here back with another fragrance review. In today's review, we're going to talk about another fragrance. Now this fragrance comes from the brand Ajmal. Ajmal has been making fragrances in India since the early 2000s, and this fragrance was launched in 2011 and it has been reformulated ever since. So the fragrance which we're going to talk about is Neutron. In today's video, we'll be talking about the presentation of the fragrance and the performance of the fragrance. We'll be looking at the other aspects of this fragrance. Also, a lot of people think this fragrance is inspired from some fragrance. We'll be talking about that in the later part of the video. Let's get started. Let's talk about the presentation of the fragrance. So again, at the box you can see the fragrance name, the brand Ajmal, and the concentration. Now this is an eau de parfum concentration. Again, this is 100 ml. The back of the box you can see the ingredients written down. At the bottom of the box there is again a barcode. On the side of the box you can take a quick look at the MRP of the fragrance, the batch number and the date it was imported. So this fragrance is valid till 2026. The cost of this fragrance is again 1200 MRP, but you can get it for 800, somewhere around 800 900 from Flipkart and Amazon. That was for the box. Let's talk about the fragrance now. So the fragrance comes in a very beautiful bottle, well calibrated, and is very heavy. The cap itself fits very tightly, so no complaints there. Again, the atomizer of this fragrance is very good. So you can see the logo here and the brand name and the perfume name. So the perfume is Neutron. Then again, what I feel about this fragrance is tried to give this box and the bottle a very Middle Eastern kind of feel. Before we go for the first impressions of the fragrance, let's look at the notes of the fragrance. So the notes of the fragrance are citrus, spicy, musk. There's floral notes, woody notes and fruity notes. So this fragrance is a very well-rounded kind of fragrance. As one could say, this is a very old school gentleman scent. Now the first impressions of this fragrance is somewhat similar to Givenchy scents. Again, this fragrance opens up with a lot of lime and violet leaves. Opening really makes me break out into ghost pimples every single time. It is sharp, even harsh, but with pure crystalline glass-like. It gives off a greenish hue of dark dense grass. Apart from that, there is something of piney notes in this fragrance. You can definitely feel Citrus come forward, backed with cedar-like wood lines. This fragrance has heavy use of Citrus, which makes it more woody, along with earthly and spicy nuances. Leaving the dry down of this fragrance very typical musky. So the undertone of this fragrance is bright, happy, and is incredibly uplifting. At times, it is even more meditative. That was about the top notes and the heart notes of the fragrance. Coming to the dry down of this fragrance, the dry down of this fragrance is very similar to Bleu de Chanel, and that is because of the use of incense in this fragrance. Now incense adds a lot of smokiness to the overall character of the fragrance. Apart from the smokiness from the incense, you can also feel a very strong rush of cedar along with musk. So that makes this fragrance very similar to Bleu de Chanel. So at the start, this fragrance will give you a closer resemblance to Givenchy incense. At the base, it will become much more fruitier, and then again, this is again a very classic gentleman kind of fragrance. This is again a fragrance which has some Mediterranean tones along with some Middle Eastern undernotes. You know what this fragrance is trying to give you is a lot of citrus, fresh, woody incense, and that is what I like about this fragrance. Neutron was a very hit in 2011, and the reformulated version today itself is very hit again. So from my side, you can definitely go and buy this fragrance. So the typical time to use this fragrance again would be during the spring and more towards summer. You cannot use this fragrance in the winters because this will reduce the performance drastically. You can wear it to offices, to casual events, you can wear it to parties. This is particularly a beautiful fragrance for nostalgic days. Awesome out of shower scent. The projection of this fragrance again is very average to good, and depends on the pheromones in your body. Apart from that, what I would suggest you is use these kind of fragrances when you're going to your offices or for very close encounters. Overall, this fragrance bags an 8 out of 10, and that is because the start of the fragrance is very similar to Givenchy incense and the closing of this fragrance is very similar to Bleu de Chanel. So this is again an amalgamation of two very designer fragrances. So what I would suggest you is you can definitely go and buy these fragrances. As I've already told before, this is again a very good old school gentleman in a bottle. If you apply this cologne, you might not get compliments directly, but you will definitely notice the people around you start to become very happy and energetic around you. That is what I have noticed personally. People love this fragrance, but you will definitely not receive compliments directly. For people who are going to buy this fragrance, I'll be adding the link in the description down below. For more such fragrance reviews, go check out all of my videos. I'll be making other alternative and clone related videos. In the comment section, you can also tell me which fragrance would you want me to review. Signing off, that was Navneet, and I hope you like the review.